Hello guys, welcome back to our sunny coastal region of Coniferia and the city of Pine Harbour. We're calling it a city now. We are nearing 10,000 residents with the realistic population mod, so I think it's about time. Today we've got some pretty exciting news announced in Pine Harbour. If you follow the series, you'll know that the city is in a bit of a transition phase. It's trying to promote new developments and further advancements in tourism and services, in part to reduce its dependency on the fishing industry as the backbone of its economy, but also to help balance its finances. Now, I don't mean in-game finances, because we all know I couldn't earn a buck in this game if my life depended on it. Anyways, Pine Harbour has had some, let's say, questionable budgetary management for a few decades now, and the debts has sort of piled up. So the city's sort of broke. So of course it's the responsibility of the city council to think really hard about any decisions they make. Now today we just got some fantastic news, as the owner of two of the city's ugliest monstrosities from the 1970s has just announced she is selling the entire lot for redevelopment. So specifically it's these two buildings, one of them hosting a really rundown coin laundry, and the other one is not hosting anything currently. There was a bank department here a couple of years ago. So the question is now, which investors will be interested in purchasing this lot, and which plans do they propose for it? A hotel, luxury apartments, a glass structure reeking of hedge fund managers, public housing for those with few means? Well, that's up to you, because you're the potential investor, the potential philanthrope or developer. So if you have a suggestion for what to build on this very central lot, then feel free to write a comment in the comment section of this episode, where you describe your plans, any backstory you might want to share, and if you want to, a link to the specific asset from the Steam workshop that represents the structure you want to build here. When enough suggestions has been given in the comments, I'll pick out a selection of the best ones, or at least the ones I find most interesting, and then it will be up to the City Council of Pine Harbour to discuss and vote on all of these suggestions. And of course the City Council is also you guys. So basically you guys come up with the suggestions for what we're building here. Maybe you're an investor, maybe you're just a philanthrope, maybe you're something else entirely. And then we, all of us, vote on it when the suggestions are clear, and we help shape the future of Pine Harbour, hopefully for the better. So yeah, I'm looking forward to anything. Thank you. Alright, we got a few things to follow up on from previous episodes. So from episode 9, we built this entire town in the episode as a full let's play, showing all the mistakes I make and the thought processes and all that good stuff. So if you want to catch up and see it, there's a link to the description down below. But one thing we need clarified is I asked for suggestions for the name of this wonderful town, which is now nearing 900 residents with the realistic population mod. And I got a ton of good suggestions in the comments, so thank you guys so much for participating. One in particular kind of just stood out, and it was from Terry Tags, and Terry wrote, many towns are just named after the first person who settled there, so maybe something simple like the last name of a Patreon member with Bury or Ton or Will suffix. I think that's a terrific idea. In this case, it was Terry Tag's idea, so I'm actually just gonna use Tags to kind of credit him. And another comment from Ishnotfish made some suggestions based on Tag, and one of them was Tag Field, which I think has a pretty good ring to it. So we are gonna name this Tag Field, and that's a credit to Terry Tags, so thank you so much, man. Now, additionally, I think we should find a house for Terry. I don't know if you watched this episode, Terry, and you have a preference, so I'm just gonna place you somewhere nice out here. So let's see. what would be the most desirable area in Tagfield currently? I think up here, maybe near this cul-de-sac, is really nice because we're far or relatively far away from the highway, which we're gonna upgrade soon, don't worry. And we're close to, I mean, this fantastic scenery. So yeah, this, let's see. This, which was the Elizabeth residence, will instead be the Terry Tags residence. Cool. Now we actually got another thing to follow up on, which is also which is also related to community involvement. So if we fly along the highway all the way into Pine Harbour, we're nearing the outskirts of Pine Harbour. Then a couple of episodes ago, we built this really high density residential park, public housing thingy. And we also needed some name suggestions for this area. It's pretty common, at least here in Denmark, that a project like this will have its separate name. So currently it's just called Amity Office Park because it includes this office park. So let's just split that up, right? And make, oh, is that, yeah, it works. Yeah, it does. I'll make a separate district for the towers, and I'll just make sure not to encroach too much on, sorry, it's East Camberwell, which extends down to this main road, like so. Cool. So we got some really cool suggestions there as well, so thank you guys once again. One of them that stood out was from Yakolev Norris, whose suggestion was either Lakeview Flats or Complex, and I think Complex is what we're going for in this case. So let's say Lakeview Complex. And yeah, I really like that suggestion. I'm going with Complex because I think it's a little more, it sounds a little more 70s or 80s-ish, which was when this complex was built, while Lakeview Flats maybe sounds a little more upscale. Not to say this is like a bad place to live at all, because you obviously have some stunning views. I mean, even if you live in this tower and have this back view, then you know it's quite fantastic, really. And as we discussed in the episode, then these have actually been renovated and these nice colors have been added. So yeah, not a bad place to live at all. Of course, if you want to watch that episode where we built all this and some more stuff as well, then it's in episode 7 of Coniferia. I'll put a link in the description. Alright, I think we got our bases covered and now we can start building in this episode. Thank you. And I was a little too fast there. Actually, I'm not done talking about other stuff that needs to be highlighted. I'm sorry, there's more rambling coming up. Yeah, I forgot that yesterday evening I actually recorded, I think it was 48 or 49 minutes worth of footage for this episode. But I had misclicked or something in my OBS studio. So the screen wasn't actually recorded, only the sound. And it wasn't me talking, it was, what was it? Imperial Jedi's City Skylines stream on Twitch last night, which was cozy. But yeah, no footage, so that's a bummer. But I will go through what I built then. So if you guys remember, when we did this pretty massive expansion to downtown Pine Harbour, then there are some empty spots here. So I've just been filling them up a bit. So we can start with this intersection actually. Yeah, I mean, by now it's no secret that I'm not an expert at intersections nor highway interchanges, but I think this looks kind of cool. So I'm just having fun with the intersection marking tool. It has a timed traffic light setup as well, and it works quite well. So yeah, I made this. Then we made two relatively modern apartment complexes. So first I built this one, where I think the detailing turned out all right. I spent more time on this than I probably should. I don't usually go this much into detail, and I think the results also speak for themselves that, yeah, this really intricate detailing is not really my strong part, no. Made this raised parking lot with just, whoa. Okay, well actually this is a road, so I would have sort of hoped that residents would use it, but it seems that they're just gonna fly and clip through buildings, but yeah, whatever. Only 6 parking lots, they must be real expensive, I can imagine. I made it raised because at the edge of downtown Pine Harbour, which is sort of where this is, then the elevation changes are actually pretty dramatic in many of these inner city suburbs, and that's the case here as well. So it calls for trying to work with the elevation, so that's why it's raised. I think it turned out all right. Then over here, we also built some modern apartment complexes with a bit of colors to live it all up. Really looks quite nice. I think this is the front, which is actually facing away from downtown. Oh, look at all the fishing industry. That is so nice. And the backside includes some patios and some parking underneath here. So I made an adjustment here so that parking is not allowed here, and this broken line kind of shows that you shouldn't park here. But apparently it's okay to park here because I didn't forbade it. So yeah, some minor details to clean up. Alright, I sort of think that covers everything I have been doing unintentionally off camera, because I actually did record it, but yeah, oh well. Stuff like that just happens. All right, so yeah, I did not get nearly as much done during this episode as I'd hoped. Time sort of just ran out. Unfortunately, I've been really busy all week, and then losing the almost 50 minutes of recording. That just kind of helped shape this episode, I guess. So what we built is this new neighborhood. We moved the expansion of Pine Harbour north of the highway, which is quite a big step because it really expands the city. This is a post-war, post-Second World War, I should specify, neighborhood, which I think turned out pretty good actually. It's probably not the quietest of neighborhoods, but looks all right. Over here, we tried to emulate that some of these lots have just been bought and haven't been built yet. Here as well with some of these construction materials. We made this Pancakes International with an attached car wash. I think it turned out all right without being spectacular. The roundabout, we're gonna have to fix that in some episode, and some of the roads as well. And then we finished up with this high school, which was really needed. Pine Harbour doesn't have a high school, and I just checked, and already around 600 students are enrolled, so that's really nice. I think it turned out all right. It was really odd working with this space. I've never really been all that good at it, so work in progress, I would say. And there's some things to fix as well. We can see this decal is sort of creeping up the wall, which of course looks weird. I'll get that fixed before I save, I think. Then some basic paths and just a football field. Not really sure if I'm gonna keep this either, but just need to play something, I think. Sorry for not having all that much content being built in this episode. It's probably gonna be a long one anyways, because there are so many things to kind of catch up on, and of course I am really looking forward to hearing what you guys will come up with for proposals for the downtown lot. Oh, it's lagging a bit. Let's find it. Here you go. So I'm really excited about the proposals that you guys will come up with. Well, hopefully you guys will come up with, and I'm excited about the vote that we'll be having to play something else. I think these buildings are so trashed here, but at such a prime location, they're right in the heart of downtown, that I think no matter what happens, then we're gonna shape up the downtown of Pine Harbour, no matter what we decide here. But if you stuck with me this far, then once again, sorry that there isn't really much being built in this episode. But losing all that footage, my busy schedule it kind of messes up the schedule a bit. But thanks for watching, and thank you so much for supporting. If you like this and you aren't subscribed, then feel free to subscribe, enable notifications, throw a like, and if you got a comment, then you might as well come up with a suggestion here. I think that's all. So have a wonderful weekend. If this will be uploaded before the weekend ends, I'll be careful what I say now. Have a wonderful day, no matter what. And thank you all so much. Bye.